Right.media.
And welcome back to the SWOSU Coaches Show. I'm Mike Smith, and this week we're joined by head football coach Chet Pobolish. And Coach, once again, thanks for joining us on the SWOSU Coaches Show.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure, Mike. Thank you.
Always glad to have you aboard. And, coming up this week is homecoming. And if you would, talk a little bit about the activities and some of the things that go along with homecoming and maybe how it affects your staff and your team. And things are maybe a little bit different this week than a traditional week.
Yeah, it's homecoming, and it's also senior night, so we're going to honor those seniors, and we'll try to do some things as a team throughout the week just to honor those guys and make sure we know how much they're appreciated. And then obviously, homecoming, the day of the game, there's a lot of festivities, and the night before there's a bonfire, and then there's a parade the day of. So, we're excited to give those seniors their last game and their homecoming and honor those kids and what they've done for this program.
I was going to bring that up, the fact that it is homecoming. It is, going to be the last game for those seniors on the FlexChem football field. And I'm sure for you, that's kind of bittersweet because, you've gone to war with those guys for a while.
Yeah. There's, 9 or 10 of them. I say 9 or 10 because there's one that we're not quite sure right now. But, yeah, it's just what they've done and how loyal they've been and how hard they've worked and the blood, sweat, and tears that they've given to this program, and the weird past year that we've had together with COVID and not playing and their final year being postponed. A lot of those kids thought they'd be done right now. Well, actually, all of them did. But now that they're still here and still playing, I think they value and cherish every moment they have out on the football field.
What's it like for you personally on that particular day?
You don't. The last few years, you don't realize it because you're so wrapped up in preparing and get those kids an opportunity to win, and then you send them off before the game. It's like, man, that was tough. You don't realize how much those kids actually mean to you until you. Just like anything else until it's actually there. And then it's like, wow, this will be it. So, it's always tough the day of and emotional, but it's part of it.
Talking about Arkansas Tech, that's the opponent that comes rolling in here on Saturday evening. They're 2-6, Coach, and they've kind of been riding the roller coaster this year. Like 4 down to start the year, they went 2 in a row. Now they've lost 2 in a row. So I'm sure it's hard to get a gauge on them a little bit.
Yeah, offensively they're somewhat scary because they've gotten better offensively every week. Their quarterback, in my opinion, is one of the best in the league, and some of those receivers are really started to believe in him and trust him. And defensively, they're very, very talented. Their front 4 up to front 6 are very talented. They've got a lot of Division I transfers on that roster. So it's a team we're going to have to bring our best to compete with, and we're excited for the challenge.
What did you work on this week to get ready for Arkansas Tech?
Just improving. I was disappointed in some of the situations we put our team in, special teams wise, in the first half of last game, with some kickoff and some punt stuff. We've addressed it in the film room, and it's things that on the practice field we've got to get addressed, and we've got to start faster. We can't come out and give up 31 points in the first half. It's going to be tough to beat anybody if you do that. So just get those things, corrected.
All right, sounds good. Head Coach Chet Pobolish, thanks for the visit, and let's have a happy homecoming and enjoy all the festivities that surround the game coming up on Saturday.
Yes, sir. Thanks, Mike.
Thank you very much, Chet Pobolish, with us on the SWOSU Coaches Show. We're back with more in a moment.
Are you considering home health and hospice for a loved one? Shepherd Home Health and Hospice in Clinton knows that this is one of the most important decisions that you will ever make. This is your loved one, after all. Shepherd Home Health and Hospice is a trusted name in the home health and hospice industry. Locally owned and operated since 2006, Shepherd Home Health and Hospice has serviced Clinton and the surrounding areas with caring and dependable service. See what Shepherd Home Health and Hospice can do for you and your loved one today.
There's a new energy in Oklahoma, wind and natural gas working together, keeping your energy prices steady and affordable. Clean, affordable, natural gas and wind. Oklahoma's new energy from PSO. There's a new energy in Oklahoma, wind and natural gas working together, creating jobs and more money for communities and schools. Clean, affordable, natural gas and wind. Oklahoma's new energy from PSO.
Weatherford Regional Hospital is committed to serving Western Oklahoma with the best facilities, technologies, and employees. Everything from the convenient care clinic to the highly trained oncology department to the top-of-the-line mammography and x-ray equipment, down to the women's center, nursery, and emergency room. Weatherford Regional Hospital strives to provide you with a safe, clean, comfortable environment. Give them a call today or check them out online at weatherfordhospital.com.
Need your oil and filter changed? Take your vehicle to CJ Southwest Tire in Weatherford. There is no appointment needed. Bring your car, truck, or diesel in today. You can wait in the comfort of their smoke-free lounge while experienced technicians change your oil and filter on your vehicle. CJ Southwest Tire on the corner of Main and Kansas in Weatherford. Your Bridgestone and Firestone dealer. CJ Southwest Tire. See them on Facebook and at cjsouthwesttire.com.
And we're back on the SWOSU Coaches Show. I'm Mike Smith, and cross-country coach Jennifer Johnson joins us, and thanks for the visit, Coach.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Glad to have you aboard, and it seemed like we just got cranked up in the cross-country season, and here it is, it's done. It's really a short season, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty short. The girls start competing pretty much as soon as we get back to school, so it flies by.
It does. It goes by quickly. Talk about the season. I mean, you really had a lot of success this season.
Yeah, the girls came out quick and they ended just as quick as they started. So I really can't complain about that. This is really across the board. We were pretty consistent. Every girl individually didn't really have a lot of sway in their times from start to finish. So that's not something you get every single year.
Sadie Smith had a really good year for you.
Yeah, for sure. She just at conference, she PR'd by 30 seconds, which is quite a bit in a 5K. Her fastest time was at Cameron before conference. She ran a 19:52, and then she came across at 19:22 for us at conference.
Talk about the GAC championships. How did that work out for you, and your thoughts about that?
The girls had a really good showing at the GAC. Kind of is a bummer in cross country. All 5 girls have to have a good day to kind of be as high as you're capable of being. I don't think that exactly happened for us. Everybody had good days, but you want everybody to have their best race at conference. That's always the best case scenario, and that didn't quite happen for us this year. If it would have, it would have shown a little bit more in the standings. We went into the season ranked 8th, what we finished last year. Last year we finished 50 points behind 7th, and then this year we just swapped 7th place, so we finished 7th, but we were 100 points in front of 8th. So it's kind of just looking at the results, you don't really see the progress, just moving from 8th to 7th, but really we closed a 150 point gap there. So that was pretty significant for us.
Does this allow you to build on the future for cross country?
Of course, yeah. So next year, my focus will just be kind of adding. Right now, we have our top 5 scorers, and then we have a pretty significant gap between the top 5 and our tiebreakers. So my goal for next year is to just kind of close that gap with recruits. That way, you can't expect all 5 girls to have a perfect race every single race. So that will give us a little bit more leeway if somebody's not doing their 100% or not capable of performing to what they performed to in the past. At least they'll have a teammate close by that can kind of pick them up.
All right, cross country coach Jennifer Johnson, thanks for the visit. Congratulations on a good year, and just keep building on the program. We'll be watching, and we'll talk again as you gear up again next season.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much, Jennifer Johnson, with us on the SWOSU Coaches Show. More coming up next.
When it's time to unwind, pick up a bottle of your favorite stuff at Butcher's Wine and Spirits in Weatherford. All the top brands at the absolute best price. From whiskey, bourbon, gin, and scotch to your favorite craft, import, or domestic beer, Butcher's has you covered. And when it comes to wine, Butcher's has the best selection in town. And don't forget to check out their sale rack with deep discounts. Butcher's Wine and Spirits on Main in Weatherford.
Your parents have always protected you and provided the best way they knew how. Now it's your turn to make sure that they are taken care of. Corn Heritage Village and Rehab of Corn and Weatherford is a community providing long-term and skilled nursing care to enhance the lives and meet the needs of individuals and families. Their mission is to provide the highest level of care for your loved ones. Visit them at cornheritage.org or find them on Facebook.
Families and CK Energy Electric Cooperative, it's the ideal partnership. CK Energy makes every customer an owner of the business. Unlike other electric utilities, CK Energy exists to make sure your needs are always met, not to make a profit. We are locally owned and operated, and we are always there with you, reinvesting in your community. That's why in an electric co-op, the people have the power. Owned by our communities, committed to our members.
CK is your energy.
On the corner of Custer and Main Street in Weatherford, More Than Medicine stands ready to fill your prescriptions in a fast, friendly, and professional way. They also offer an outstanding selection of gifts for people of all ages. Their Gold Crown Hallmark card selection is second to none, and More Than Medicine is the perfect place for a bridal registry. All this, that's why it's called More Than Medicine. Corner of Main and Custer in Weatherford. They're on call for you 24 hours a day.
SWOSU Coaches Show continues with a visit from head volleyball coach Josh Collins. Josh, thanks for joining us. We always appreciate the visit.
Thanks for having me, Mike.
Couple of wins last week going to Arkansas. You won at Southern Arkansas and also at Arkansas Monticello. And talk about the couple of wins last week.
Yeah, we played two fierce opponents. You can't hardly tell it by their record, but both teams that we played very well. They were well coached. Well prepared for us. They both run a very fast offense, which was a little bit different for us, and we struggled defensively for a little bit, but in both ways, I was proud of our girls for gritting out wins.
Well, a win's a win, Coach, at this point. You've won 6 in a row, and you're riding pretty high right now.
Yeah, we've been playing some pretty good volleyball, so I feel like we still haven't peaked, and that's good news. We want to peak over these next couple of weeks. With 5, Oklahoma side games left, 4 of which are on the road. We need to start playing our best volleyball here soon, and I think that we're poised and ready to do that.
Right now, you're a 3-way tie for second place in the GAC. Are you pretty much in line with where you thought you would be at this point of the season?
We just wanted to have a chance, and we've been talking about it on a regular basis, just about where we stand and what our goals are. And, one of our goals is to win all of our matches at home, and we have a chance to do that with a win on Thursday night. And then we wanted to have a chance for that regular season title. And we need a little bit of help, but if we handle our side of things, there's a chance that we could still win that. And so, really the main thing is we just want to position ourselves to get the best seed in the conference tournament that we can to give ourselves the easiest route to the championship match. And I think that we've done a good job of that, and I think that the 2 games that we dropped in conference, we learned a lot from. And in both of those games, we fought hard in, and it just wasn't our day at neither one of them. So I think we're in a great position, but we just got to stay focused and take it one match at a time.
It's East Central coming in here on Thursday night, Coach. It's a team that you dropped a match to earlier this season. So chance for a little bit of payback here?
Yeah, definitely. And hats off to them. I'm not sure if they've ever been ranked this high at this part of the season. If they have, it's been quite a while. And Coach Lindsay's done a great job there. She is fiery. She's competitive. She's, works hard, and her team displays exactly her characteristics. They are a very fiery bunch, full of energy, and they work extremely hard and play for each other. And they're a tough team to beat. I think that we play pretty well here in the Pioneer Cellular Event Center. So I think that we will, play well on Thursday night. And it should be a great match to watch. We hope that the Bulldog faithful are out and going crazy, because it should be a whole lot of fun.
Well, we really need to invite the Bulldog faithful out and fill the seats, because, believe it or not, you and I got talking about this the other day. It's the last home game of the season.
That's right. This is the last chance to see Allie Hoang inside of the Pioneer Cellular Event Center, and Sophie De Santiago and Chesney Nielsen, Mackenzie Harless, and Markenzie Benoit, the 2 newcomers as well. So this is their last game here at home. They've been extremely exciting to watch this year, and so I know that, again, the Bulldog faithful will want to come out and support them.
I know you still have another 4 matches on the road after the last home game of the season, but is that kind of tough with saying it's the last home game of the season and knowing that those players you just mentioned will play their last match at the Pioneer Cellular Event Center Thursday night?
It really is, and I could think about it and get real emotional real quick, but we're trying to tell them not to do that. So I better listen to my own words and just instead of being sad about it, just count it as a blessing and look forward to it and enjoy every second of watching them compete one last time on our home court.
You mentioned Allie Hoang just a few moments ago. She was Setter of the Week again in the GAC for, I believe, the 2nd consecutive week, and also she was named Bulldog of the Week as well.
Yeah. And she also just set the career assist record here at SWOSU, which is a major achievement, and that record has stood for quite some time. She took over. She beat out Kristen Kaufman, who's now Kristen Jarrett, took her record, and Kristen has held that for a very long time. She played for Coach Bo Palasotti. And so that record has stood for a long time. Kristen was a great player, and, obviously happy for Allie. She's worked really hard, and, she's given blood, sweat, and tears for this program, and just very excited for her. Now she owns 2 records for us. She has the service ace record as well as assist record now. So we're hoping that she goes out with a bang on Thursday night and gets to leave that home court with a win, and super proud of her. And she's one that it's going to be tough not to get emotional about watching her flowers on Thursday. But again, we just counted a blessing. I counted a blessing to have been able to coach her for 5 years, with the COVID. So she's such a great kid, and all those kids in that senior class are just incredible people. So can't wait to honor them.
All right, Head Coach Josh Collins, thanks for the visit. Good luck on Thursday. Good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you very much. Josh Collins with us on the SWOSU Coaches Show. We're back with more next.
Are you considering home health and hospice for a loved one? Shepherd Home Health and Hospice in Clinton knows that this is one of the most important decisions that you will ever make. This is your loved one, after all. Shepherd Home Health and Hospice is a trusted name in the home health and hospice industry. Locally owned and operated since 2006, Shepherd Home Health and Hospice has serviced Clinton and the surrounding areas with caring and dependable service. See what Shepherd Home Health and Hospice can do for you and your loved one today.
There's a new energy in Oklahoma, wind and natural gas working together, keeping your energy prices steady and affordable. Clean, affordable, natural gas and wind. Oklahoma's new energy from PSO. There's a new energy in Oklahoma, wind and natural gas working together, creating jobs and more money for communities and schools. Clean, affordable, natural gas and wind. Oklahoma's new energy from PSO.
Weatherford Regional Hospital is committed to serving Western Oklahoma with the best facilities, technologies, and employees. Everything from the convenient care clinic to the highly trained oncology department to the top-of-the-line mammography and x-ray equipment, down to the women's center, nursery, and emergency room. Weatherford Regional Hospital strives to provide you with a safe, clean, comfortable environment. Give them a call today or check them out online at weatherfordhospital.com.
Need your oil and filter changed? Take your vehicle to CJ Southwest Tire in Weatherford. There is no appointment needed. Bring your car, truck, or diesel in today. You can wait in the comfort of their smoke-free lounge while experienced technicians change your oil and filter on your vehicle. CJ Southwest Tire on the corner of Main and Kansas in Weatherford. Your Bridgestone and Firestone dealer. CJ Southwest Tire. See them on Facebook and at cjsouthwesttire.com.
The SWOSU Coaches Show continues. Mike Smith visiting with volleyball player Allie Hoang, and Allie's going to be a real staple here on the show. Allie, 2 consecutive weeks out here, so thanks for jumping aboard.
Thanks for having me, Mike.
And by the way, while we talk about 2 consecutive weeks, how about 2 consecutive weeks being named the setter of the week in the Great American Conference? Congratulations on that honor.
Thank you.
Your thoughts about that? Obviously, that's a pretty big honor.
I mean, it is a huge honor, and I mean there are so many great players and setters in the GAC, and so it's really nice that I was recognized. But I have to thank my teammates, my coaches for that. I mean, without them, I wouldn't be able to receive the honor, and so it's just I feel like me receiving that is just a huge honor to my teammates as well because they helped me gain that.
Team is really on a roll right now. 2 more wins last week in Arkansas, and and anytime you can go on the road and get a couple of victories, I mean that's really huge.
It definitely was. Yes, we really Coach was telling us with these Arkansas trips, we gotta play our game and finish out strong. It wasn't our best weekend, but Coach was saying the greatest teams, they find a way to win even if they aren't playing their best, and so. We figured it out, and we play ECU tomorrow, and so we're going to be on our A game, and we're ready for a dogfight.
Hey, ECU is one of those teams that I think that beat you earlier in the season. Here's an opportunity to get them back on your home floor.
Exactly. Yes, we did lose to them early in the season. They are a great team. They have lots of energy, momentum, and so we're hoping to battle them with our energy and our just our leadership and our skills, and so we're hoping that we bring that battle to them tomorrow.
What do you think maybe are some of the things you might try a little differently this time, if anything, against East Central?
When we played them before, they really got us, like I said, on their energy. Even if they were down and we were up, they did they had just won the GAC conference, and so that really helped them bring up their playing. And so I think this time around, we got to really hone in on we're here to play all out, all energy, like go crazy if we get a point. And so I think with our energy out, battling theirs, we can definitely come out victorious.
Allie, what's it like knowing that tomorrow night will be the last home game for yourself as a SWOSU Lady Dog?
It's kind of bittersweet. I mean, I've been talking to my teammates, my other fellow seniors, and for me, like, it hasn't really hit me that, it's going to be my last game here in the PCEC. It technically isn't, since we are going on the road for 4 more games, but I just feel like I'm coming back next year and like I'm ready to rock it. But it really hasn't hit me that, it will be my last game. Maybe tomorrow I'll cry a little bit. I don't know. But as of right now, I'm just excited to just play another game here. And like, I'm so grateful that I've gotten to play in this beautiful gym for 5 years.
It has to be an honor to be here for 5 years, and I'm sure you've learned a lot through the program, but if you had something that you could offer to an underclassman, what advice would that be as you begin to wind up your senior year as you head down the stretch drive?
I probably would tell like an underclassman, never take anything for granted, and just live life as, like, just take advantage of what we have here, because obviously I feel like I'm still a freshman. I feel like I just got here. With COVID, though, last year, I really got a sense of, like, oh my gosh, like, I got another chance to do what I love, because last year would have been my last season with volleyball, but with COVID, I was granted that extra year. And so, I'm really grateful I got the opportunity, and, like, just, like, bask in just the fun and just, never regret being here with SWOSU volleyball and just living, every day with your teammates and just having a blast.
Well, you've been really able to take full advantage of that opportunity this year. So congratulations on the great play and the accolades that you've been granted this season. Good luck the rest of the way. And, let's go get them and have a great postseason too.
Yes, thank you so much, Mike.
Thank you very much. Allie Hoang with us on the SWOSU Coaches Show, and we'll wrap it up coming up next.
When it's time to unwind, pick up a bottle of your favorite stuff at Butcher's Wine and Spirits in Weatherford. All the top brands at the absolute best price. From whiskey, bourbon, gin, and scotch to your favorite craft, import, or domestic beer, Butcher's has you covered. And when it comes to wine, Butcher's has the best selection in town. And don't forget to check out their sale rack with deep discounts. Butcher's Wine and Spirits on Main in Weatherford.
Your parents have always protected you and provided the best way they knew how. Now it's your turn to make sure that they are taken care of. Corn Heritage Village and Rehab of Corn and Weatherford is a community providing long-term and skilled nursing care to enhance the lives and meet the needs of individuals and families. Their mission is to provide the highest level of care for your loved ones. Visit them at cornheritage.org or find them on Facebook.
Families and CK Energy Electric Cooperative, it's the ideal partnership. CK Energy makes every customer an owner of the business. Unlike other electric utilities, CK Energy exists to make sure your needs are always met, not to make a profit. We are locally owned and operated, and we are always there with you, reinvesting in your community. That's why in an electric co-op, the people have the power. Owned by our communities, committed to our members.
CK is your energy.
On the corner of Custer and Main Street in Weatherford, More Than Medicine stands ready to fill your prescriptions in a fast, friendly, and professional way. They also offer an outstanding selection of gifts for people of all ages. Their Gold Crown Hallmark card selection is second to none, and More Than Medicine is the perfect place for a bridal registry. All this, that's why it's called More Than Medicine. Corner of Main and Custer in Weatherford. They're on call for you 24 hours a day.
And that concludes this week's edition of the SWOSU Coaches Show. Thanks to our guest this week, football coach Chet Pobolish, also Jennifer Johnson from cross country, Josh Collins from SWOSU volleyball, and volleyball player Allie Hoang. I'm Mike Smith. Thank you for watching this week's edition of the SWOSU Coaches Show. Join us again next week. Until then, so long, everybody.
Right.media.